We're diving into a place a lot of people call the lungs of the Earth, since, it makes about 20% of our oxygen. But what you think you know about the Amazon, well, that's just scratching the surface.
When you picture the Amazon, what comes to mind? Probably just a huge, endless green forest, right? The biggest one in the world. But what if I told you that description doesn't even come close?
Because no, the Amazon isn't just a forest. It's an ancient world. It's a living, breathing mystery that holds secrets that, to this day, continue to absolutely baffle scientists.
To really get a handle on the Amazon, we first have to talk about its insane scale and the extreme forces of nature that are going on there. I mean, this is an environment totally unlike anywhere else on the planet.
Okay, first off, let's talk about age. The Amazon has been around for 50 million years. That is millions of years before the first humans ever even walked the Earth. We're talking about a truly prehistoric world. And the size, it's just staggering. I mean, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around 5.5 million square kilometers. To put that into perspective, you could cram more than 20 entire countries the size of Pakistan inside it, and you'd still have room left over. It really is a world of its own. The forest is so unbelievably dense, with these massive trees and giant leaves, that sunlight can barely even touch the ground. It creates this kind of permanent twilight down below. And get this, when it rains, the canopy is so thick that a single raindrop can take a full 10 minutes just to get from the top of the trees all the way down to the forest floor.
And the extremes don't stop there. Deep inside the Amazon, there's a river they call Pishka, or you could just call it the Boiling River. And that is not a metaphor. It is a 4-mile-long river that is literally boiling, hot enough to cook any animal that's lucky enough to fall in.
Yeah, the water can hit a scorching 110 degrees Celsius. So what's causing it? Some people think it's volcanic activity, but there aren't any volcanoes anywhere near it. To this day, science just doesn't have a good answer. It's one of the Amazon's great, unsolved natural mysteries. So in an extreme environment like this, you're going to find some pretty incredible life. Let's take a look at who and what calls the Amazon home, because they're just as mysterious as the forest itself.
The amount of life packed into this one place is just mind-blowing. This single forest is home to an estimated 40% of all known animal, bird, and insect species on the entire planet. Think about that. Almost half of Earth's biodiversity is right here.
And it's not just about the numbers, it's the kind of creatures you find. We're talking about spiders so big they actually hunt and eat birds. A giant fish called the piracru that locals have nicknamed the man-eater. Insects so poisonous that one bite could kill you in seconds. And its rivers alone are just teeming with over 3,000 different kinds of fish. But it's not just animals. People live here too. Deep inside the forest, there are around 400 distinct tribes, and many of them have had absolutely zero contact with the modern world. They are living lives completely separate from our own. Because of that isolation, these tribes have developed these really unique cultures over centuries. For instance, it's been documented that some tribes practice a ritual where, after someone dies, they actually consume parts of the body. It's seen as an act of mourning, a way to keep that person's spirit inside the community. It really just shows you how different their worldview can be from ours.
So, beyond the creatures and people living there right now, the Amazon is also holding on to these echoes of the past. They're ancient mysteries hidden under all those leaves that hint at lost civilizations and forgotten knowledge.
The layers of history here are just so deep. We know that 2,500 years ago, a massive garden city with roads and buildings was thriving here, before it was just lost to time. Archaeologists have also found over 4,500 huge, perfect geometric circles carved into the earth, the Amazon rings, but we have no clue who built them or why. Even the name Amazon came from a 16th century explorer who swore he ran into a tribe of fierce female warriors, which reminded him of the Greek myth.
But maybe one of the strangest and most fascinating mysteries comes down to, well, dirt. Something called Amazonian black gold. Any guesses what that could be?
It's a special kind of soil called terra preta, and it's a total scientific puzzle. See, normally, jungle soil is really bad for farming, not a lot of nutrients. But terra preta is incredibly, almost forever fertile. We know ancient people made it, but how they did it is a complete mystery. Scientists all over the world are still trying to crack the code of this ancient supersoil. So all of this, the incredible scale, the crazy creatures, the ancient mysteries, it all leads us to one final, just absolutely mind-boggling point: how little we actually know about the Amazon.
Okay, here's the kicker. The stark reality is this. With all our modern technology, all our satellites and expeditions, we have only explored about 10% of the Amazon rainforest. A staggering 90% is still completely unknown to us. A whole world just hidden in plain sight.
And just let that sink in for a second. What does that actually mean for the life there? Well, scientists estimate that 60% of the life forms in the Amazon haven't even been discovered yet, let alone named or studied. Just imagine the creatures, the plants, the potential medicines just waiting in that undiscovered 90%.
When you think about it, we honestly know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the deepest parts of our own planet's greatest rainforests. And that leaves us with a really big question. Will we ever uncover all the secrets of the Amazon, or will it just forever remain this mysterious, unknown world right here inside our own?